Greetings to another video. Today I'm going to talk about my favourite cycling accessory. This is my number one, most loved, most used. I use this pretty much every day, even if I'm not on the bike actually. And that is shocks, headphones. I say headphones, they're bone conducting headphones. So that means they don't actually go in your ear, they sit outside your ear. So you can still hear traffic, you can still hear the countryside, you can still hear everything. And I just thought I've not actually done a whole video on them, and I get so many questions about them. And they are like my most used accessory for the bike. That's exclude obviously like toolkit and like pump and stuff like that. My most like non-essential item, but I guess actually for me now it has turned into an essential item that I take pretty much on every single ride that I go on, because they're just like, they'll have a little safety blanket especially on long rides. So yeah, let me just get into like how I use them. So yeah, main thing, long rides when I'm on my own. They are phenomenal for that because they're just so light. I think these ones are 28 grams. These are the Open Run Pro. So yeah, they're really light. And it just enables you to be able to listen to a podcast, music, an audiobook when you're on rides while still being able to hear everything that's going on around you. So amazing for that. Also for commuting. So if I'm going on a club ride, say with me in Manchester, then like it's like a half an hour commute, and I've done that commute so many times and it gets so boring. I just take these with me and just listen to like music on my way in. I also take them to the gym as well because the gym music is shocking. But I know you're gonna be like, oh, but they're open ear, like you can still hear everything around. Oh, but no, I use earplugs with them, and they basically become like noise cancelling if you get good earplugs anyway. And I also use them on flights as well, which is just because I was actually looking to get some noise cancelling headphones for when I go on flights, because I hate the buzz and I hate all the noise. I just want to be in my own little world when I'm on a flight. And then I thought, oh, actually I've got these, but then I was like, oh, maybe I'll just try earplugs with them. And honestly, so good, don't need to buy them. So I've got like one pair that just does me for everything. Other thing that they're really good for, which I didn't realise until, because I've used these for like maybe 5 or 6 years, a long time. Didn't realise they've got a microphone on them. So you can actually attach them, like link them up via Bluetooth to your computer or your phone, or yeah, so basically you can take calls on them. So I do like my meeting calls with them, and they're just, honestly, they're just good for everything. If you want some good headphones, these are definitely them. So how they fit, they just basically hook on over the top of your ears and then just sit around the back of your neck. And obviously you can see now with sunglasses and a helmet, it's a bit weird putting sunglasses and a helmet on indoors, but just so you can see how they all fit and they don't get tangled like you would get with loads of cables. They're just really comfortable and light to wear. Honestly, like I've come back from rides and not realised that I still had them on. I know it sounds like really like salesy, but honestly, they're just so light. I love them. You just want to take them everywhere. And so I thought I would share a couple of different things as well, like the different variations of each model, in case you are looking to purchase them, or maybe for Christmas. Actually, they have got a Black Friday sale as well. And I'm not normally one for like, oh, Black Friday, buy this stuff. If you've not been looking at them, don't get them. But if you have been looking, this is the cheapest you'll ever get them this year. Also, just between us, I've managed to speak to them and be like, can you give my viewers an extra little discount on top of the Black Friday? And they were like, okay, so there's an extra 10% off. Yeah, that's on the Amazon link. I'll leave that below. And so now I'm just going to share a couple of the different options. And honestly, I think all of these are really good. I've got the Open Run Pro just because I wanted the most battery life when I'm doing endurance rides. So if you're wanting like maximum battery life, then go for these ones. They also do a 5-minute charge. So if the battery's gone, if you just charge them for 5 minutes, you get an hour and a half extra like listening time from them, which I think is like pretty handy when you're on a long ride. So Open Run Pro, they are like the top, they are the best you can get. They are 29 grams, 10-hour battery life, 1 hour charge time, 5-minute charge for 1.5 hours of use, sweat resistant, and they also have an enhanced bass, because I know a lot of you ask like, what do they actually sound like? I think the sound quality is really good on them. I've not noticed like, oh, I'll be honest, the first ones I had like 5 years ago, I felt like they sounded a little bit not tinny, maybe a little bit tinny, but these ones, they don't. I think the sound quality is phenomenal, especially if you are listening to like podcasts or audiobooks. I think they're brilliant. So now I'm going to answer a couple of your questions about them. So one of the main questions is wind noise. Can you still hear wind when they're on? Yes, because they're open ear. It's just like, it's not like actually having anything in your ears. However, if you did want to like stop the wind noise, which is what I do, I just basically have a buff. You know, I have buffs pretty much on all my rides. I basically just pull it up over my nose and just kind of around the tops of my ears. Other question, sound quality, which I've already covered. I think they are really good sound quality. Next question is, how do they fit with like a helmet, sunglasses? As you've seen, they just fit like, because they're so small and light, they just don't get tangled up. So that for me is the massive plus point, apart from also being able to hear traffic, to why I use these over like cabled headphones. I can't even tell you like how much they increase my motivation to ride. That sounds really daft, like how can it do that? But like music has such a massive effect on like mood and stuff, especially when you're out. Like there's nothing I love more than being on a really long ride in the middle of the countryside, just like with like a bit of Oasis on. Like I just love it. So yeah, and the amount of times these have actually saved me from like chucking my bike in a bush. Like if I've been on some like really long events, I remember one Audax, it was like a 600k, it was in Wales and it was so hilly, it was about 10,000 meters. And I was on the phone to one of my friends like as I was riding, and it's just helped talking me into like, no, you'll be fine, just do this, just taking my mind off it for a little bit of time just to give me some extra motivation. So that is a massive plus of them. I know that you're going to like them, so I'll leave a link to the Amazon link below where you can find all the different prices. And remember to use code KT for an extra 10% off. I'll see you all next video. Thank you so much for watching. Any questions at all, leave them in the comments, and I'll see you all next video.